Welcome to Middleway News. We provide the latest news highlights and summaries each day to give you a quick snapshot of what's happening today and why. Here is the latest news and breaking news for the US and the world today.
More traders are betting the Fed may cut the benchmark federal funds rate just once or twice this year, fewer than officials' last median forecast. A handful are starting to wager that the central bank will leave rates where they are. The coming earnings season will show investors whether corporate profits are backing up a stock market rally that has seen the S&P 500 increase 9.1% year to date. Musk vowed to fight an order by Brazil's Supreme Court to remove several X accounts, calling for the resignation or impeachment of one of the country's most powerful judges. Japan's largest telecom company and biggest newspaper called for laws to restrain generative artificial intelligence, saying democracy and social order are at risk if AI is unrestrained. Across the US, insurance companies are using aerial images of homes as a tool to drop properties seen as higher risk because of aging roofs, yard debris, and other red flags.
Talks for a ceasefire in Gaza and for the release of hostages resumed in Cairo as Israel allowed a significant increase in humanitarian aid into the enclave and international pressure built to reduce the civilian toll of the fighting. Party line fractures over aid to Ukraine and Israel have blurred the possible outlines of a bill on help for Kyiv that Speaker Mike Johnson has pledged to bring to a vote in the House. A Trump fundraiser pulled in $50.5 million, but one of the biggest donors to the former president's 2020 campaign hasn't yet written a check for the current contest. Some U.S. shelters for immigrants are instituting length-of-stay limits to conserve resources in the face of what states and cities see as inadequate federal support. Ecuador faced widespread criticism after police raided the Mexican embassy in Quito to detain a former Ecuadorian vice president granted political asylum by Mexico. An Oregon lottery player won a $1.3 billion Powerball jackpot after Saturday night's drawing was delayed for several hours for security procedures.
Banks and credit unions are catching on to rules that allow college athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness, as endorsement deals have exploded since 2021. A collection of aging steel plants along the Monongahela River southeast of Pittsburgh is taking on a central role in Nippon Steel's $14.1 billion gambit to acquire 123-year-old U.S. steel. Hamas's attack on Israel 6 months ago and the state's response to it have upended the nation, now censured by other international actors, destroyed its sense of security, and thrust it into an open argument with its U.S. ally. Jamie Dimon, CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, predicts a potential rise in U.S. interest rates to 8% or above. Dimon suggests this could be due to record-high deficit spending and increasing geopolitical stress, which could make the fight against inflation more difficult. Despite this, he reassures that his bank is prepared for any eventuality. During a visit to China, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen made strong warnings to China concerning the trading of goods to Russia that are being used to support its invasion of Ukraine. This situation could potentially strain the already fragile relationship between China and the U.S.
Thank you for watching the Middleway News Daily Update.
Thank you for experiencing today's Middleway News Daily Update. We hope you enjoyed today's top news highlights and summaries. Be sure to check out our other Middleway News services, products, summaries, updates, videos, podcasts, and more.